we are just days away from the presidential election. So far, state polls are in Biden's favor. Now, these aren't the official results of the election, but they are trying to predict which direction those results will be going in. The polls on the New York Times website shows that most states are going to be voting blue. But at this point, anything can happen, and it's nail-biting suspense. People who opted in to vote by mail are being encouraged to now drop off their ballots in a ballot drop box instead of mailing them back in. Some are saying it's too risky to mail them back because they might not make it in time. Whichever way you decide to vote, just make sure you do it and follow the instructions carefully. Rhode Islanders, you may not be happy to hear this, but we might be going back to Phase 2. Phase 2, which had originally began back in June, allowed barbershops, gyms, and other businesses to reopen with restrictions. Restaurants were also able to offer indoor dining with an only 50% capacity. And state beaches and parks were opened also with a reduced capacity. And also during Phase 2, visits to nursing homes and assisted living facilities were not allowed. The governor says we are in a bad place, and she is still deciding what restrictions she will impose if the COVID numbers continue to go up. Previously, she had recommended keeping family gatherings to a minimum for the upcoming holiday season. She is also continuing to urge people to wear their masks, practice social distancing, and limit social gatherings to only immediate family and closed circles. As for Rhode Island College, the numbers are still pretty low, and faculty and staff are taking precautions to make sure it stays that way. You might have seen the email with the plan the college has moving forward, but in case you haven't, they are encouraging students to stay home following Thanksgiving break through the end of the fall semester. They are asking faculty to make adjustments to their courses so that students can continue their work from home. However, not every student will have the opportunity to stay home, so residence halls will stay open and protocols will be developed for students who cannot travel home for Thanksgiving break. As for the winter term and spring term, the majority of classes will also be offered remotely. However, for the spring term, any courses that are taught in person will need to have safety protocols approved in advance and will be limited to certain buildings and certain classrooms at certain times in order to maintain a rigorous cleaning protocol.